It's the 18th of September. We are live on direct in Lagos, Nigeria. Saying good morning to you on today's edition of Bystanders at Mistake. Thank you so much for our esteemed viewers for always joining us on this platform to watch your number one talent program, Bystanders at Mistake. Alright, we have different stories on the front pages of the Nigerian newspapers. Reading it out to the viewers across the globe. The Nigerian tribute, very important. We are right on the front page. So very important stories on the front page. August inflation rates. Companies may result to downsizing LCCI loans. Want government to remove tax on food items. To the next one down the paper, we have a government imposes curfew in two warring communities. Government imposes curfew in two communities. Two injured as building collapse in Lagos. Two injured as building collapse in Lagos. That happened in K2 area of Lagos State. Moving down to the punch, newspaper. Marketers high fresh fuel price. Like as oil hits $94 on the front page of the punch newspaper. Marketers high fuel price hike as fuel hits $94. We have federal government meets labor today over insistence on indefinite strike, palliative distribution. That's on the front page of News Direct. Federal government meets labor over insistence on indefinite strike, palliative distribution. Moving down to Frost News. Averted plane crash. My clothes shaved with death on sabotaged flight, says Governor Adeleke. It was really a tragic day for the governor of Osun State, Adeleke. All right, we have the Guardian newspaper. CBN stop officials on tightrope as special investigation picks. The last story, which is on the front page of the Point newspaper, was the Point saying, maintaining 48 ministers to cost federal government about 2.82 trillion naira in 4 years, say analysts. Maintaining 48 ministers to cost federal government about 2.82 trillion naira in 4 years, say analysts. Retirement agony. Government officials feasting on multi-billion naira pension scam. And the last story to the viewers. Crime. That's on crime. We will perform wonders if we have enough vehicles, other resources, says the police. We really appreciate our esteemed viewers for always joining us on this platform. Of course, it's your number one newspaper review program, Bystanders at Newsstand on Flip TV. It's the 18th of September 2023, and we are right here at the newsstand to dish it out the way it is once more. Let me quickly check out the comments, the comment section. Let's see what the viewers are saying. All right, good morning, Henry, King Henry, saying good morning to you. We have Mutade saying volume, please. I think that has been rectified. Thank you so much, Ogun Tade Sheon. I really appreciate you. Of course, you know, the person in front of the camera would not know what is going on behind the camera. I thank you for the information. Bishop B, thank you so much. Taiwo Odunlade. Good morning, Mike. We say good morning to you. Abu Africa. Morning, everybody. We say good morning to you as well. Abu Africa. Akim Additional Bada. Good morning to you. King Henry. We're saying good morning to you. And some other viewers that are watching us right now that we can't mention their names. We appreciate you for joining us, and we hope you have a very great day with us at the News 10. Good morning to you, Michael. How are you doing?
Good morning, Michael.
Good to see you once more.
Good morning.
You're right.
Good morning, viewers across the world. Good morning.
Yeah, the viewers are already saying good morning to every one of us. It was a great day on Saturday. Let me use that word. A great day on Saturday. We were here, but we couldn't run the program. Flood everywhere. Can you tell us your own experience? Because you also came late that day.
Yeah, I came, just as you said, flood everywhere. The rain came down in torrents. And the entire city of Lagos was heavily flooded. And, we thank God for today's weather.
Thank God for today's weather. I think it's friendly.
Yes, it is.
Today's weather is friendly. All right. Now, quickly to some stories we missed out over the weekend. We really need to touch those stories. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has left Nigeria for the United States of America, specifically New York, to attend the 78th edition of the United Nations General Assembly. Now, there are speculations that the president might not meet up with that appointment. There are speculations that the president cannot gain entrance to the United States of America because of the cases on ground. But here we are. The president is in the US. Michael, can this put stop to the speculations that the president cannot gain entrance into the US?
I think that will permanently lay to rest the issue of the president not being able to go to the US. That will put a final rest to that speculations, as you call it, which has been on for a couple of years now. So it's already on ground from what I gathered. So I think that is it. It's good for our nation. It's laid to rest every doubt that we've always had or that people have always had before now. So that's good.
That's good. And as you can see, I think that this should be the first United Nations General Assembly meeting the president will be attending since his assumption, in the office. What are your expectations from the president in terms of revamping the economy and making that economic, ties available for Nigerians?
Yeah, I think from his itinerary, we'll be meeting a lot of business leaders, meeting some presidents, including the president of the United States, signing some bilateral agreements. But my take, if you ask me about some of this MOU that was signed, sometimes I don't like to call it memorandum of understanding. I sometimes I want to call it memorandum of underdevelopment. And I think if I'm to benefit 20% as an African leader, and my counterpart from the West is to benefit 80%. I don't think I don't understand that kind of memorandum of understanding. That kind of MOU is not mutually beneficial, and I think African leaders must wake up and not to be given handouts. You are not pushing things into some of those countries in terms of exports, because most African leaders are not producing. We must wake up and make it indeed a mutually beneficial agreement and not one-sided. And I think that is the missing link. Some of these MOU need to be reviewed. Some of these MOU are taking jobs out of this country because there is no production. You can't tell me it's a bilateral, it's a mutual agreement in terms of how it will favor both countries that are signing such agreements, and yet I'm only to benefit by 20%. It is no longer mutually beneficial, and I think that is the error that African leaders has made over the years. You only go to talk about AIDS, and you don't promote trades, and I think that is evil. The emphasis should be mutual trade. Go in there and promote trades. Let there be inflow and outflow of trades among countries that you are signing such agreements with, and not just go there to be looking for cheap funds, for unnecessary aids that they have always done. I hope that is not going to be the situation in this very one.
We hope the best comes out.
Yes, exactly.
All right. We now have a new CBN governor, person of Cardoso. And I know you are expecting much from him as a Nigerian as well. And what lesson do you think he should learn from the past governors?
Mike, there is presently a lot of rots that is being unraveled in the Emefiele-led CBN, former CBN governor. The incoming CBN governor has a lot of work in his hands in cleaning up the entire mess that we are seeing from the investigation that is ongoing. A lot of terrible things are still being unearthed from that apex bank of our nation. Cardoso has a lot of work, as I said, to really make CBN functional as a bank of banks, to revamp the economy that is already sliding down at the moment. So he has a lot of work. So there is no time to waste. He should hit the ground flying, as I will always say.
Not running
at all.
Flying.
Hit the ground flying.
We have no time to waste.
There's no time to waste.
All right, there have been so much criticism about Tinubu's style of nomination, appointing ministers and people into offices. Is it a lopsided one this time around? A Yoruba person, as the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria?
For me, I think it should be more of competence, capacity, and the character. I try as much as possible to shy away from the ethnic factors. We look at competence of people. Is this person competent? Can they do the job? And I think that is what should matter to us more. In terms of the Yoruba having more space in this administration, I think it's becoming obvious. It is true that is happening. Are the people involved competent? Do they have the character? Do they have capacity for the job? I think some of it is also true. And for me, I think that should be it. When Muhammad Buhari was in government, that was the way Nigerians felt in terms of the people he appointed. Some of these things just happen. You want to put in people that you have probably worked with in the past, people that you can tell to some extent about their capacity and all of that. And I think that is what is playing out in the government of Bola Tinubu.
But it played out in the previous administration as well.
Yes, exactly. That was what I referred to. I mean, you look at even NNPC, most of these agencies there, you see that they are more of the Fulani extractions. Then, not even just from the northern part of the country. It was pinned down to the Fulani extraction most of the time. So these things don't happen. But I will advise the current administration to correct it. Nigeria is not supposed to be seen as sectional. This country people must be given appointments. The appointments of Bola Tinubu should cut across the nation. There are competent, there are people with capacity, there are people with character in every strata, and I think it should explore all of that.
Should we call this a revenge game?
Revenge game. I'm not in his mind. I don't know what's going on in his mind. I don't know whatever he's trying to revenge. I'm quoting you now. Probably, I won't call it a revenge game.
I'm just asking a question.
I'm only watching the movie.
All right, stand up. Obasanjo orders or your monarchs. Michael, I watched the video and I saw for the first time Obasanjo getting annoyed, ordering traditional rulers, to stand up to greet the governor of the state. Not just the governor, even including him. I know he was even directly talking about it. But there are certain things the man said which we really need to talk about. He noted that in Yoruba culture or tradition, there are two things you need to really look into. One, age. Second, position. Does this really matter? Is it true?
To a large extent, it is. Obasanjo felt that the governor deserved to be honored when he came into that program and all of that, which the traditional rulers never did, and that was what he was trying to point the attention of everyone to. Don't forget, he also said that in public, he honors every traditional ruler. He has no problem in prostrating as a Yoruba person for any traditional ruler, which we have seen him do a couple of times when he goes to some of these palaces. And he said in closet, such traditional ruler can even prostrate for him. We don't have to see that, but he's the one saying that. So he's just talking about the fact that there should be mutual respect between traditional rulers and institutions of governments. That they should not downplay the fact. Don't forget, it is the governor that gives staff of office to these traditional rulers in their different states. So to some extent, they deserve. These governors deserve some level of courtesy.
Well, don't you think by doing that we are abolishing our culture?
For me, we are not abolishing anything. It's just mere courtesy. When an Obasanjo, a man of about 80 years or thereabouts, prostrate for Oni of Ife, who we know his age, he's not prostrating for Oba Ogunwusi as an individual. It is the institution, it is the office that is respecting, and that is the mutual respect that we expect from both traditional rulers and government officials.
All right, finally, let's talk about Labour and federal government. Federal government has moved to talk to Labour in order to avert the planned strike. Many people don't want to really talk about Labour. When I spoke with Kule the other time, I said, Kule, Michael, let's forget about this. I don't know if you would also want to say something about Labour.
Well, I think the dialogue should continue. If you ask me, a lot of Nigerians are weak, let me put it that way, in terms of responding to Labour's directive, and that's the truth. And that plays out in the last two directives they gave for the 2 days warning strike, or there about 3 days warning strike. So, and you can't blame Nigerians for it. They have seen this back and forth over the years that is not yielding much for them. And don't forget, an average Nigerian must go out on a daily basis to get something back home. And so when you shut down the entire country, they feel it more than government officials. Government officials, don't forget, have all these things free in their homes and all of that. So the dialogue continues in terms of trying to have a conversation around it to avert any form of shutting down the entire country over strike. And I think it makes a lot of sense not to do that, not to shut down the nation, so that the economy that is already bleeding doesn't collapse totally.
All right, thank you so much.
Many thanks, my brother.
Yeah, good to have you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
What a lively Monday. What a lively new day.
No, honestly, very lively.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, the viewers. I greet all of you. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi, mo kí yín o, ẹ káàárọ̀ o. Ilẹ̀ ojú wa gbé wa o. Àdẹ̀níyà ọmọ àlè tó máa fọwọ́ òsì máa júwe ilé bàbá ẹ̀. So we are here for you.
Ṣé àwọn ọba yẹn ṣó fowó òsì júlẹ̀ bàbá wọn ní kíní ni?
Ọbásanjọ́ ló fọwọ́ òsì júwe ilé bàbá ẹ̀.
You need to explain to us.
I need to explain
the man said they needed to respect the governor of the state.
They don't need that. They don't need that. No matter who you are, they don't need that.
What of Obasanjo as an ex-president?
That's an ex-president. I think he went to Ooni of Ife Palace and he prostrated. He showed the symbols of respect of our tradition. That no matter who you are, when you get to the Oba, the king, at least either you bow or you prostrate for them.
But he was not telling the Obas to prostrate for him or for the governor of the state.
The Oba don't need to. The Oba he is the one that's supposed to. Irukere la fin ki Oba ni ààfin lọba fin ki. If it is just that symbol, okay, I respect you all. Shake that Irukere. That would have been more than ordering the king. You know what, king? We don't even value our king any longer. Ordering the king to stand up. Are they students? Are they children? I mean, it's uncalled for. I could remember an occasion when Aria Konde was still alive. He came to my school to commission the fence he did because he was an alumni. I'm talking of Chicago Lord, Aria Konde. And he came in and, with his prominence in the world, because he was once the 7th richest. He was a global man then. He sponsored the Bush family election. But when he came to the local, which was Oyo town, this same Alafin was sitting down and he wanted to go and greet Alafin, shake hands with Alafin. They have to block the hand because nobody dare shake Alafin. Can Obasanjo just tell Alafin to stand up for him? Can he tell him that?
Alafin is a first-class Oba.
All those ones, are they not first class? Can't you see first class among them? I mean, I think that happened it was in the national where are they not first class? Or your state? You want to tell me he's saying it's not a first class? What's it called? The other Obas. They are not the Sochong of Ogbomoso. It's not first class.
So there have been knocks as regards his attitude.
I mean, this Baba should just go and rest. If they don't know what to do, they should just cage him in one place and be giving him what he wants. He's on departure already. So I won't blame him. I don't know.
But what did you suspect there? What do you think?
He's trying
what's going on?
He's trying to bring the kingship of the Yoruba land. He's trying to put it on the floor, rubbish it on the floor, and that is what there are a lot of condemnation has been going on him. Baba should go and rest. He's on departure now. He should just be praying.
Any rift with the monarchs?
How many monarchs do you want to have rift with? After all, the new Alafin has not been elected or selected as it is now. There's still a rancor because that seat is a very powerful seat, right? When they said the Alafin of Oyo is one of the strongest Oba, you can even say it's the strongest warrior Oba in the Yoruba land. So what are we now saying? When you can go to, Ile-Ife, to go and meet Oni Ogunwusi and you prostrated, why can't you lay that examples too with those Obas?
But can you tell an emir to stand up like that?
I don't know. How can Buhari tell an emir to stand up? I'm around and
as the ex-president of the country.
It doesn't count. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. I saw derogatory, sin.
All right, thank you so much.
We need his apology now, as it is. Or we should go and just,
Or maybe Baba wasn't in a good mood.
But it should not. You see, Baba now, the age he is, with the people like him, he's not supposed to even be coming out often now because there are problems, a lot of problems mentally. They are war generals. All these war generals, they witness war, the sounds of bullets, the sounds of bomb, all sort of things worry them. and that is what is affecting the fellow general too, like Danjuma. You know.
Now let's move to another topic, Kule. It seems you don't have, I believe, in this Ajero, NLC leadership.
You are talking of Labour under LOP, Labour under Labour movement, Labour organization, Nigerian Labour organization under LOP.
You don't
I think they call them LOP, not say me. Okay, Mr. Eba, start calling them LOP.
Okay, I realized many times I tried
so
to
you
talk
can see
about
the coronation between the two bodies, right? Ajero himself, he has a brother that contested, I think in Abia or so, Abia where he came from, and he's more a political leader than a struggled leader. You know, as I'm talking to you, the guy doesn't know what he wants this time around, and I think he's turning Labour to political, you know, favor the political party, and which is aligned with the presidential candidate of the Nigerian of the Labour party, and we could see that trend, and that blood of ethnicity, that blood of it's my brother, it's my person, it's my blood. We have to do all the necessary things for him to reclaim what he did not lost, because what they are shouting on is what you lost you want to reclaim. You are chasing shadow to reclaim what you did not, what you not lost. So to me, Ajero, I don't recognize him as a Labour leader. Under him, there are crisis of Abure and what's it called, Pampa. There are different factions now under Labour, and which we've never seen before. I think the Labour struggle died under Adam Oshiomhole, right? And before Adam Oshiomhole, we have others the one that sold us out too, you know, and but the Bafarawa or so, Bafarawa was under the military. We have the best of Labour under the military regime. But all this political Labour under the democratic space, I don't believe in any one of them. And why there's division, that's why there's division. TUC, Trade Union Congress, are not in tune with them, because those ones are more matured.
Right, it seems the Trade Union Congress is not as strong as the NLC.
No, it's not that it's as strong. It's not that they are not as strong, but they are more knowledgeable than the NLC.
Now, at this point, is it dialogue we need, or shut down the economy for governments to do the needful?
Shut down. Well, how do you want to shut down the economy? We are the one that's supposed to be in position of Labour. Labour are fighting for them. We masses are supposed to even take over the role of this Labour and ask the Labour to go and sit down, because they are bed of same feather. Every corruption is going on. You want to tell me there's no hands of learning Labour, one of them in this side? All these guys are civil servants. They are senior civil servants. They don't know how that our money is being signed from. They want to tell you they don't know. Go and look them. All of them have houses, 8 houses, 5 houses. I can prove it for free. You want to tell me Ajero is a poor man? They are still fighting for more. Are they not the one encouraging all these corrupt politicians? If they appoint you as a minister for energy now, Ajero is the president of the Nigerian Association of Electricity. You know, that is under that sector of Labour. And they want to tell me he doesn't know, they don't give them payback, they don't favor them, or anything the minister for energy want to do, that's the minister for power. They don't know about it. They don't share part of the largest. Go to Abuja and see, you know, cars that they are parking. You see Benz, you see sophisticated. For a Labour, what is their salary? We don't need, what we need is CSO. We need CSO. That's
civil society organization.
Yeah, that is what we need now, not Labour. Labour are partisan. Labour are corrupt.
Even the civil society is not that active.
No, they are not relevant again, because all of them have been monetized. Even the lawyer, the what's it called? The lawyers, the radical lawyers we used to have, they are now political lawyers. They are now, you know, courts, appeal court lawyers. They are now Supreme Court lawyers.
All right,
they've been neglected the masses.
All right,
so what are we saying?
Finally, the president is in the US, and I this morning that I heard it from some people at the newsstand that the president could be trapped in the US. This is a man that has been said that it's not possible for him to be in the US. Presently, he's there. He's going to deliver his own speech. He's going to attend several meetings in the US.
So what I just realized now is you don't need to be minding every gutter speech that comes out from all these people. Because majority of them, I don't know whether they pass through school or school passed through them, or they pass through history or history passed through them. And I'm telling you, Tinubu has no problem in America. Tinubu is even not attending National Assembly and what the Assembly Congress now, which is UN Congress. Tinubu is addressing the Congress for you to for the Congress to single you how to address, like to address like how many presidents. You're talking of almost 100 and something president of the world. That is a prestige for you. So I keep telling people, the way you put yourself in the position of God, that this one is nobody, and God said, no, this person that is nobody, this rejected stone, I want to turn it to cornerstone. Tinubu is God's favorite person. If they don't know, they should know. A rejected stone turning to a cornerstone. It's always like that. That's the power of God. And the intelligence is there for him to back up all this. What is happening now is I pity the youth that they are disseminating fake propaganda news, and their leaders. We know the youth. We know the section of the youth. We know the section of the youth that are perpetrating that. All because some of them are sending them money just to demolish, defund this person. Somebody will be coming here, this one is a thief, that one is a thief. If they catch them up now, they pick them up, come and prove whether he stole from your mother's shop or come and prove it. That's jail already, because that's defamation. So that's why I say I pity a lot of these youths. Their grievances need to be, they should put limit to their grievances. Because there are some things when they start backlashing on you, they will say, it's because this guy now so tried, this guy now so tried. Go to court, and you've been to that court now. You don't believe in the appeal court, go to the Supreme Court. And I'm telling you, wholeheartedly, Tinubu is the authority president as we're talking now. No matter what you can do, you can't have two presidents in the country. You can't have two presidents. That's why they need to be careful, because they should not put this country into chaos. They should not put this country into calamity.
We now have a new CBN governor.
Yeah. Olawale Kadoso. I've been following that guy since era of Tinubu. Wow. Very, very, very sound economics, sound accountants. He worked with Citibank. He once worked with Citibank of America, and I think the brain like that, Tinubu said he has to fix Nigeria. We are just saying that.
Does he deserve that position?
He over deserve it. He over deserve it. Do you want to compare Emefiele with Kadoso? Kadoso is a global finance person. Go and Google Kadoso. It's just like you talk of Soludo too.
He worked with Citibank.
Yeah, he worked for Citibank. Yeah. He has a lot of goods. He has turned a lot of economy of some countries around. Those ones are like consultants, just like Soludo too. We have them in this country. Not just all these politicians that have no direction. It is a right peg on the right hole. That is what that appointment of Kadoso. And I bet you will see the turnaround of our economy under this Kadoso. Because I've been following him. He was commissioner for commerce and industry while Wale Edo was commissioner for finance. So those two tax him. Wale Edo too is an erudite economist, is an erudite accountant. So those two, products. And Ogun State, give it to them. They have the best of products. Give it to them. Right? So to me, Tinubu is on track. But that patience is what we need now. It's between the success ahead and the patience you can have for him to, actualize the renewed hope. The renewed hope that just doesn't come overnight. The sacrifice we are paying.
Let's give other people a chance to talk.
Yeah. But at the same time, one last word. Please, let our president feel the pains of the masses too.
Okay.
Let there be food in the land. Thank God, Port Harcourt refinery is coming. The electricity should be stable so that we won't feel this pain. Because before the actualization of the renewal, we may start seeing dead body on the streets, which we don't want. So they should fasting how you can elevate the suffering of the masses, which I'm included. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. 3 children, 4 children, feeding 4 people. It's not easy.
All right, thank you so much. Only that was a brilliant contribution. Nii, good morning to you.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm fine.
It's a good day. But
Absolutely.
I think it's somehow drizzling again.
Well, last week was all through raining.
Honestly.
You know.
Honestly. We are here today and we need to talk about some of the stories making headlines.
Yeah.
The president is the United States of America for
That's good for him.
the United Nations
Yeah.
General Assembly. That's the 78th edition. And this is the first time we'll be attending the program since his assumption in the office. How do you feel about the whole, thing?
Well, I'm feeling different. And there are so many first time you will achieve. Like they said, it was going to close the bell for the NASDAQ, I think on Friday or so. Well, that has no significant impact on the economy. As a Nigerian, so this morning I'll probably speak as a Nigerian,
Okay.
and I'm going to need everybody's collective buy-in. Either Stop and Chop, Taiwo Odulade, or even you. You see, I think we as a people, we are focused on the wrong person. We have always targeted our energy on the wrong person. Ashwaju going to the UK or going to the US isn't our problem. As a matter of fact, whoever the president isn't our problem. As of today, I listened, he said Ashwaju has appointed Eyemi Kadosu, right? He has appointed, as of today, he has appointed more of Yorubas, sorry. He has appointed more of Yorubas than any other ethnic, region, any ethnicity. Is he trying to be nepotistic? Well, we don't know because he still have over 4,000 appointments to make, right? But let me tell you where we are getting it wrong. And we will forever get it wrong if we don't call ourselves to order. Quickly, let me take you to the western part of this world. The US, the UK, the only reason why you see their economy enjoys continuous progress because they have a functioning House of Reps, because they have a functioning parliament. Liz Truss resigned because the parliament is functioning. In Italy, same thing, because the parliament are functioning. All right? We are practicing a democracy that we don't hold the key gatekeepers. We don't hold the people who are holding the lifeline of the president. We don't hold them responsible. We have given them the free hand to undo us. Everybody was here shouting Tinubu, Obi, Atiku, Sowore, whoever the case is. Who are the people that will impeach the president? Who are the people? The National Assembly. Whenever the president wants to do something that is the collective interest of the people, who stands up against it? The National Assembly. Why have we not collectively been holding them responsible? Because we have always thought it's the president that will chart the course of this progress. There were so many important projects, so many important programs that Obasanjo started, that Yaradua came on board, he stopped it. Ordinarily, the National Assembly should have told Yaradua, Oga, don't reverse the sales of the NNPC, let it be. And he wouldn't have argued it. You know why? Two things. The president, if he needs money, where does he go to? The president, if he doesn't have money, is as less as useless as anything. If the president wants to run the economy, you see him in the most humble states, he will carry that bill to the National Assembly and tell them, my organs, I don't come, please approve it. The National Assembly can decide to call the president, Oga, this is your manifesto. What is happening? These are ministers. They are not working. They can give him first-hand information because they are always the Lord overseeing the projects. But we as Nigerians, who do we hold responsible all the time? The president. We have always said that there's no continuity. Who is responsible for continuity? The National Assembly. The National Assembly will hold either Trump or Biden. If they have a critical program ongoing, it doesn't matter who comes on board. If that program is critical to the U.S. citizens, the U.S. citizens will cry to the House of Congress. The House of Congress will hold the president by neck. You can see how they threaten the president with impeachment. Because we have not been holding our National Assembly responsible, you will never see them threatening the president to impeach him. And nobody should tell me that the state of assembly, either at state level or at federal level, they are not effective. Look at what happened to Sanwo-Olu recently. Were you not shocked? Were you not shocked?
Yeah.
You saw how they dealt with this. You saw what they made of Sanwo-Olu.
Yeah.
Sanwo-Olu was looking like a baby. No, he could do nothing. He was begging them, please approve it.
Disappointments.
If Sanwo-Olu writes an appropriation bill today that I want to use 1.4 trillion for these things,
Then they say why?
the House of Rep can tell you that no, this thing must be there until we wake up.
And that's how it should be.
Because we are the people, we focus on the president. As of today, they said that Asiwaju has appointed Yemi Cardoso. Nobody is blaming the National Assembly. Who are they blaming? National Assembly, they rejected El-Rufai, yes or no? Don't you like El-Rufai? I like El-Rufai. I want him to be there. They rejected Stella Okotete. They can reverse any appointment. Instead of us to focus on the National Assembly.
Don't you think they feel it's credible enough
Who?
to be there? Cardoso?
I am telling you that whatever reservation that we have, the people that we should focus on,
It's the National Assembly.
I'm not saying it's not competent,
Okay.
but there's this ethnicity, direction. There's this argument that Yoruba. No, come on.
I asked Mike that question. Yeah.
The people that we should. Do you know the funniest thing? When Asiwaju nominated all the chief of army staffs, where did they go to? They all went to National Assembly. For what? For what now? For confirmation. The National Assembly could have said that no, this man, no, this one are your. But because we don't focus on them, our energy is on the wrong people. If Obi was there, if Obi come on board and say that, okay, because I want Nigeria to be good, let us go into the regional system of government. Can he do it by fiat? Can he? Will he not go to the National Assembly for approval? We did not do an election, in-house election. If we want minimum wage, after they agree, where will they go for the final approval? If NLC and President agree that our minimum wage will now increase it to 90,000, where will they go to? They will still go to the National Assembly. And the National Assembly can decide that 90,000. No, we don't have the money. Let us leave it at 30,000. The same National Assembly wrote a bill that said that every 5 years, let us review the minimum wage. If we want to reduce it to 3 years, who will approve it? Who will confirm it?
Now, you heard what someone said now, that Yorubanization is going on in Aso.
Because
Is
the
it true?
because the National Assembly are sleeping. You have representatives or senators from the whole of Southeast and North. They can reject it.
But the National Assembly was not sleeping when El-Rufai was screwed out.
You see? The National Assembly, all those appointments have not been confirmed. When they come back from their recess, then they can thumbprint it or they reject it. All right?
But you just made mention of that El-Rufai wasn't given that chance.
Of course, they didn't tell him to walk away. They rejected him.
They rejected.
And then he did what? He resigned. Look at Sele Okotete. She has been rejected. Do you understand my point? Whoever that is saying that Yorubalization, are you holding your representative, your senators from the Southeast? Because those people that will be against the organization are people from the South, the Southeast, and the North. Now, let those 3 guys hold their senators responsible. If all of them say nay, I am telling you those appointments will be what? They'll be rejected. But here they are, nobody is holding them responsible. They are focusing on the president. The National Assembly allowed Buhari to fail. They watched him fail when they should have held him responsible.
So what you're telling us now, what you're doing now is to urge the National Assembly, urge Nigerians.
I am moving my focus from the president. It doesn't matter. I have come to the realization that it doesn't matter who the president is.
It's all about the
We are not practicing autocracy. And this is what my people in the obedience camp don't know. They are always saying that if Obi is the president, I say, okay, if Obi has good intentions, that National Assembly, they are the biggest level of cultism and cabals.
So don't forget that there is a synergy between the leadership of the National Assembly and the president.
Who is denying that? I am telling you that we, the Nigerians, we are not holding the National Assembly responsible. And they are the closest to us.
Now, how can we do that?
By holding them responsible.
How do we go about that? But many Nigerians don't even know.
How do we go about? Don't you know their constituency office? Why is NLC not mobilizing against the National Assembly?
I think that's what we need to see.
The NLC is channeling his energy to the wrong person. Now, National Assembly NLC supposed to fight. Don't let them sit. Don't let them rest. We have NLC in every state, and we have Senator and House of Rep from every state and every region. As a matter of fact, we have NLC chairman from every region. You understand? From every district. From every senatorial district, we have an NLC chairman. Let those NLC begin to refocus on the right person, on the right people. They are the clog in the wheel of our progress.
All right, thank you so much, Lee. That was a great contribution.
Good morning,
I need. That was a very
How you
great.
doing, my brother?
Yeah, fine. How you doing?
Everybody voice is down.
Why is it down?
Yeah. The situation of the country now. Well, people are not talking well. No.
Monday morning, your voice is down.
Brother.
What's happening, Lucky?
Things are very tough. And this, we were not expecting this. I expect things to change. I think that it's like the car cannot start for 3 months now. The man in charge of it cannot even start the car.
And that's what the Labour Congress is fighting against.
We need to support them. I always say we need to support them. Me saying Labour, we should face National Assembly, we should face them. We have to start from the top. When the top not doing the right thing, what do we expect? Who put those National Assembly there? The president of National Assembly. Who put him there? So what we expect them to do, they will ask you to go and meet the president and the ministers and your local government. So I don't see the reason why whether National Assembly, they're all the same. We should not live on person. Don't forget when it dropped from on top, it go down to National Assembly to down. I don't see me. So all of them, they are all the same. But all of them, they are the same. Now, how many months now? Where's the palliative? Where is it, Ogama? Where is it now? Nigeria is the most patient people in the whole world. Go and find out. We're patient. We say wrong thing. What we're supposed to react, we are not reacting.
And that's
leave
why,
everything for Labour.
and that's why Labour is seriously reacting.
You see, I said it, I
Labour has
support Labour.
promised to
Because
shut
look at
down
now,
the economy if the palliative is not
where is
reviewed.
it now? 5 billion. Where is it? We are not seeing anything. NEPA, everything has gone up. Petrol. You can just, if you have police station now, you can increase to 1,000, no problem. Nobody challenge you. So Nigeria is how will I say it? It's a lawlessness country and no price control, nothing. So my brother, you talk, nothing change. Nothing change. Anyway, good morning viewer, good morning my brothers and sisters. Chop and chop, Taiwo, tennis. If you are watching me, if I don't mention it, just one of our sister in abroad, Gladys. God bless you. Well, I've continued praying for you. When you are doing well, I know you remember us. But Nigeria here, my brother, we don't have government. No government, my brother. These are worse. These are worse. You can't post anything now. I get me. The only thing Nigeria need now is for them to troop out. Let's go out. Let's go out and tell the president that we are hungry. A hungry man can do anything in life. Now going for UN. What is he going to tell them? That Nigeria is doing well? Don't watch it all over the world.
Aren't you happy that your president is there?
He's there.
He's among the world leaders, presidents.
That's no achievement for me. That is not achievement for Nigerians. Stay here and do so. The same thing to me, going to say there. My brother, you can see our quest are low. My quest is low here because what I'm thinking, what to eat today this afternoon. I am thinking after finishing talking here, what am I going to eat in the meantime tomorrow? That's the thing. You see, Mike, they are very serious. I'm serious.
This is serious.
I'm serious.
It shows that you've not really gotten any palliative.
See.
You know,
palliative. If they are sharing palliative here, you see what palliative in Ibadan? They are jacket. A trailer of rice going. Politician with a trailer of rice. The youth are jacket to tell you the way hunger is biting you. So we need to eat fair before we are alive. All these trillion they are measuring. We need to eat. You are talking about road. If you don't eat, how can you try? If you don't pay school fees, the parents are protesting. I get me. Look at Unilag. They don't protest. Now they bring their school down. I pray other schools should do the same thing. Why? What is happening? Are we cursed? Are we cursed?
Are you feeling this administration at all?
It
seems we are not.
Nobody's even giving you anything now. Nobody's even giving you face. So now, where is the work? $30,000 minimum wage, 30,000 naira. Are you aware? Somebody say to recover doctor 500 in Nigeria is going to take 10 years. 10 years. Doctor that have traveled to overs. If you go airport, you see the rest people are traveling. I look, they are going to Ghana here. So we need to deal with that problem. Nigeria need to come out. They have this money. I expect Tinubu to be collecting this money for those who spent 8 years under Buhari APC. Start with them.
Don't you think that with the new CBN government in place, our banking system, banking policies will change?
For where? Let me tell you, before Nigeria banking can change, maybe after these 4 years. That's what I mean. Before banking system can change, after these 4 years. You see when they are buying fuel of $900 or $1,000. Now, that man, what is he going to do? You think the man will change $1 to $1? No. Or yam will just grow. No. He's going to face challenge. There's no CPN now under any president that doesn't face challenges. This man don't face challenges, but I expect Tinubu to hold Buhari accountable. Nigeria will happy with you, not a Emefiele. Why you holding Emefiele? What Emefiele going to say? It's been said by the boss. Challenge Buhari. not challenging Emefiele, not wasting his time. So Emefiele resigned. Yes, he had put his person, Cardoso. Cardoso was a commissioner for budget under his watch, 1999. What is he going to do? Look at the age. Even Tinubu, age. I expect Tinubu to sit down now, Nigeria now. Deep direction and let this to work. First of all, I said how many times open border. Allow rice to come in Cotonou. How much are they selling rice in Cotonou? Cotonou rice doesn't more than 10,000 naira. Allow it for 1 year, then you cannot close it, so that people can eat. When we feed, we can walk. If you cannot eat, can you walk? Can you drive? That's the question. It's not to make everything increase.
Lucky, over 150 or about 150 houses destroyed in Plateau flood. 2 persons died in Lagos after a rain that fell for about 3 hours or so, collapsed the building. Don't you think the government should now start looking into this disaster?
How many years government? Do you have government? You don't have government. When you
look at Lagos State, we have been having this constant
collapse building.
Yeah, building collapse in Lagos State.
See, let me tell you.
I believe there are people in that sector,
Yes, who are in charge.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. See, the corruption have eaten deep. Remember, the agency, they only just collect money. They go there, they do they mark. See, let me tell you something.
It's true. It was said that this building was also marked
for
demolition. And the Punch newspaper published a story concerning this same building, that people were living with dangerous animals like scorpions, snakes, and other animals.
Do you know? Yes.
12 people sharing just one toilet, and many other things, or many other news surrounding this particular building that collapsed in Ketu. So
let me tell you the truth. Even where I stay, if you go to where I stay, the one staying upstairs, I'm staying downstairs. All the toilet water is using is coming down in my house. I have complained several times to the landlord. All he knows, doesn't care. Pay my rent, increasing rent every day. I complain. He said, if you don't like, if I have more than 5 quick notice now, leave. Now, let's leave. Why? Complaining because the whole water is coming down. When the water is sinking building, what do you expect for years? You collapse. That will happen to them. When you go and report, the government doesn't do anything. They go there and mark. So, the landlord go and bribe.
Have you reported your landlord?
I went to local government to go and report him at the end. What I still receiving a letter. Quick notice. I have it. I can bring it and show you. Five quick notice. I'll show you. Why? Come and video my room. I can't breathe. What do I do? I can't breathe. And likewise those places. So many places in Lagos State. They only landlord doesn't maintain house. And if they do, they will increase it to double times. I thought our brother Igbo go and pay double times. That's the problem we have. They will pay. So, see, let me tell you. We don't have. I don't know whether we will report government from other outside country to come to Nigeria and do the things right. We don't have government. And this council chairman, they are not. Okay, my brother, look at Eriachi now. Have you looked at in front of Eriachi? Do you believe it was last year?
That's the worst.
Tell me if the road, federal road or state road, can worse out of my house. So who will complain? I cannot see it.
Very bad.
So I need to go to local government and say, okay, your road is bad. I give you an example. A chairman who accused Dapo Ogun State that all our local government money, you eat the local government. What happened?
Diversion of funds.
What happened? They throw him out. So my brother, see, I love Obasanjo. I love Obasanjo. He's a man who doesn't take news. You see the way some of these local government went and posted to the governor, and that's why Obasanjo went to Ibadan and tell Obasanjo, get up.
Do you love what he did?
Let me tell you, because this Oba doesn't respect yourself. If the Oba, that the title they gave to you, a civilian come and said, get up. As an Oba, you sit and let him try it. What put Olapo when Queen came, I said they should get up. And he displayed their Queen run away. So what are you talking about? So all these Oba, they are politics Oba. Even that my Oba opinion, I am not happy the way he travel all over Nigeria. In fact, I doesn't do that. So they can molest you.
So they are just mere Obas.
They are political Oba.
Not real traditional
They are not.
Obas.
A real Oba will not get up. No. A real Oba
will not get up for an ex-president or for a sitting governor.
Oba is still on throne. He's still there. Only death can remove him. A strong Oba can never get up.
But the governor is still on seat as well.
Hey, see, let me tell you. Oh God.
Are you saying the governor doesn't deserve respect?
Governor deserves respect, but not about to say Yoba Edide. Ejoko. Say you can't. That's a way you can't do that.
Like primary school teacher talking to his pupil.
So because you know why? Obasanjo just saw where this local government was settled to the governors to beg allocation to do something for Ogun State. Let me tell you, Ogun State governor. Let me bring in my power now to shout, Ogun State Governor Dapo. All the roads in Ogun State are bad. What is the man doing there? All the roads, Lambe Akute, where all the roads, Jaga, no road, and he's there. They are presenting to you, and you went and sack the chairman. And I expect Ogun people to get up and protest against that government. So the thing become irritating. That's why Obasanjo. That's the reason why Obasanjo went there. I tell you about Ejoko, and the thing is going on. It will continue.
It's still going on.
It will continue.
And people have been knocking in.
Before you know, they will go there. One man will go up. Maybe Obasanjo will go to Benin and then about Benin. Oh, hey chief, get up and sit down. So Nigerians, we need to come out, join labor. Let's join labor. This strike must take place so that our government can know. The only language the government here is strike. You know, it's only strike. Otherwise, we will just be mumus. Wait for 4 years and say, Ejeko law, let us see +4. I will die in silence. Did you know how many Nigerians are dying now? Collapsing.
All right, thank you so much, Lucky. I appreciate you for
not
airing your views. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right.
Good morning, Mr. Man.
Good morning. How you doing?
Fine, sir.
Yeah. What's popping?
Good morning, diaspora.
How
was your weekend?
Yeah, fine. Everyone is fine. Would you like to react to what Lucky just said about the Nigeria Labour Congress?
Well, according to the newspaper this morning, there's going to be a meeting between the Nigerian Labour Congress and the federal government. Well, it's a welcome development and idea. But our problem in this country is that why would they always allow things to get worse before they will come to terms, as in coming together to find a lasting solution? But whatever they want to say or whatever they want to do within themselves, let's pray that they're going to hit a very good profit, because Nigerian Labour Congress on a very good ground. They have been threatening to go on strike, and which the federal government knows what exactly is their demand. And if you know this is the demand of the masses, why not go ahead and sustain whatever they are fighting for? But we are living in a situation, in a country whereby most of these people, what they are after. But my prayer is very simple. Let it not be that this Labour Congress, Nigerian Labour Congress, are fighting personally for their own selfish interests, so that not when everything has been avoided in terms of coming to terms with whatever is their demand or whatever they needed from the federal government, they will not turn their backs against the other. I don't know whether you understand where I'm coming from. So I am asking and I'm praying that let it be that the Nigerian Labour Congress are fighting for the entire Nigerian interest of the masses, not because maybe you have seen as I'm going towards what I may call a selfish interest, because you have seen one section of the party, they are enjoying much more dividends than you, and you are trying to go in and fight for you to erase. But at a point, whenever such thing has been made, like most of your entitlements or anything has been, enumeration and other things have been met, at the end of the day, you just forgot that you are nothing but the Labour Congress. We are the mouthpiece of the entire workers in Nigeria. But I pray that let it not be that they are fighting for the own safety. But as long as there's going to be a meeting between the both parties, we are very, very much happy. But what we are praying is that they should find a lasting solution. We are tired of, we are going on strike, we are tired of not paying salary, we are tired of all this. So they should come together, find out so that things continue to move forward.
Let things continue to move forward. That's what Charles has said this morning at the newsstand. But there are talks outside that the president, Bola Tinubu, is nepotic, lopsided in his appointments. Many Nigerians believe that some of the appointees, are from the southwest region. Do you subscribe to what they are saying?
Well,
or is the president fair enough in his appointments?
Well, Mr. Nii, let's be honest and let's tell ourselves the truth. Even the so-called past president was somehow nepotical enough, as in bringing in most of the administration, most of the people he brought in the hierarchy of as in the power are mostly people from his own region, the northerners. And you see, Mr. President himself, the new governor has been appointed, right? The new central governor has been appointed, is from here. And there was a man who was withdrawn, was it on Wednesday, and a man from Southwest here too was brought in. Well, I can't say there's a nepotism here or any other thing, but my problem is with the National House of Assembly themselves, because they cannot do anything aside from the permission of the National House of Assembly. Are you getting me? The president cannot just come out and he won't just come out and bring in somebody. This is the person I want him to become the minister of this without the concept of the word Senate scrutinizing such person. So if we are holding him responsible, let's go ahead and also hold the senators, because they are also, sometimes you see, we are in a democratic settings. The executive arms of government and the legislative arms of government, they work hand to hand. So you cannot tell me, yes, even I decided to bring you as one of my cabinet in my office, definitely I don't have to give you appointment immediately. I have to take you. I want Michael to become the minister of this. I want Michael to become the governor of this. Now, it's not late for me to take that name to where? The Senate, the House of Senate. Then for them to start scrutinizing all those things. Are you getting me? But, so if being nepotism enough is something we should come out here and start talking about, yes, when you look at most of the appointment, definitely, there's a favor coming down from the west here. Let's tell ourselves the truth. But you don't have to blame. He brought the name. What has the senators done about the names he had brought in? So I think definitely if there's something the senators, if we are holding him responsible, let's also hold our senators into a scrutiny. Are you getting me? So if we are holding him responsible, the two of them, even the executive arms of government and the legislature themselves, should be held responsible, because they can't just impose somebody on them. Definitely, there must be what I may call an act of scrutiny from the House of Senate. But in a situation whereby most of them are not doing it, so you see, it means that there's something to that. So, but in terms of being sectional and in terms of appointment, yes, honestly, let's be honest, most of the appointment comes from here. That is it.
In your area, your hometown, can a governor or a president tell your king or monarch to stand up to beat him?
Well, we have gradually lost the past glory when our traditional rulers are almost key to most of our governments. Now we are living in an era whereby most of these traditional rulers are nothing but after what comes into their personal pocket. So whatever that happens to them, you don't stand a chance to blame anybody. You should go ahead and blame them, because they have gradually sold their rights to most of these politicians. Yes, because you see, in those days, it's very, very hard for you to see somebody who called himself a king or an upper or Igwe or something like that. Somebody being a politician coming in to ask him that he should stand up from whatever he is. When you look at it critically, you know that they have gradually sold out their birthright to most of these politicians, because assuming, yes, I know that most of them are answerable to most of these governors. A lot of Obas and Igwes have been, when we look at it now, were they supposed to be appointment in terms of being Oba and Igwe? No. But we are living in a situation whereby most of these Obas are being appointed by the governors and president. It's not supposed to be like that. Are you getting me? It has been a situation whereby we call it a monarch system of government. But what are we seeing now? We are seeing a situation whereby most of these Obas have lost it. You will see the truth. You will not be able to say the truth to the government. You will not be able to voice out what is the problem of your masses. At the end of the day, money and prayers will be sent into your private account and you forget about whatever you are doing. So whatever that happens to them, it is what they have called for. It is whatever they have prayed for. That is exactly what is happening to them. But by rights, and kings, somebody, an Igwe should have been much more superior in terms of, are you getting me? But now everything has been lost. A governor is the one that some of these Igwes and Obas have been appointed by what? The governors and the president himself. So, but what are we seeing? We are seeing a situation whereby most of these people are not even in line with the directive of what brought them into power as the Oba and Igwe of a particular traditional place. So in my place, he does not have rights, but they have lost it all. Are you getting me? They have totally lost it all. It's in a situation whereby you as an Oba can see what is right, what is merely meant to be said to the government or to the society, and you're not saying it. Then you are expecting, because of the truth, you hide the truth, and the government will just come in and give you money. Whatever that happens, whatever that Obasanjo did to them is very, very right, and it's served them right, because they have lost it all.
All right, thank you very much, Charles. That's a great one. Okay. Morning, Matthew. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Mr. Mike.
Who is more superior between the president and the monarch?
Well, the truth is, the governors are the ones that give the staff of office. So somehow they are subject to the control of the governors. But unfortunately, for the traditional rulers, they were the real rulers before democracy, before colonial masters came to Nigeria to colonize Nigeria. And while they were in the process of amending the constitution, they did not give them role to play constitutionally, as the constitution empowering them. The constitution leaves them at the mercy of the respective governors under their jurisdiction. So, but for me, if you are asking that because of what Obasanjo did, I will say what Obasanjo did is wrong. It's an affront. Because though I see that Obasanjo prostrate before owning the past, and that is what we ought to be, because the stew is what you are expecting, not the individual.
So why that kind of attitude?
That is attitude, that is action for me.
And this is the person that
condemnable.
And this is a person that has so much respect for culture and tradition.
It's condemnable. I hope he will regret it and apologize.
All right, away from that, let's move to New York. We're traveling to the United States of America, you and I, to talk about what's ongoing there. I think the president will be there from 18th of this month to 26th of this month. What are you expecting from the president? Of course, we'll be meeting personalities there, be delivering a speech at the United Nations General Assembly. This is the 78th edition. This will be his first time attending that kind of summit program. So, how do you feel and what do you expect from the president? I'm looking at his speculations that the president will not be able to enter United States of America because of the petitions, cases he has on ground, this, that. What do you see in all these things?
I think first of all, the President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, has not hidden his intention to have discussion with him with respect to the Niger crisis. America, the world generally, has special interest in that region because of the uranium deposits. And they see Nigeria as a strategic partner in trying to return that country to democracy. So I think that the first interest of American president, while Nigerian president will attend that UN General Assembly. Then again, looking at his inability, the allegation that he may not enter US as a result of maybe some issues. I think as a Nigerian president, he's a diplomat. I don't think anybody will query his status to enter into any country. He's the president of Nigeria the way it stands. I don't think whether he's under probe, whether there is issue of allegation of drug case, I don't think all that will play any prominent role in telling him in America.
Now, away from that, federal government meets Labour today to discuss the way forward on the planned strike. Labour has threatened to shut down totally the economy if the issue of palliative is not reviewed. Many don't really believe in Labour, just like Ule said, and some other reviewers that spoke this morning. They've lost interest, but they still believe something good can come out of the Nigeria Labour Congress.
The federal government is not getting it right, but it surprises me when you are mentioning Labour, because Labour is dead as far as I'm concerned. They have lost every moral standard to tell Nigerians, their union members, to fall out on the streets, to protest against any government policy and all that. Because we have seen a Labour that have not been able to be steadfast, to stand for what they believe in. What are you telling people now? At the first instance, you said we were going to shut down the country if the government did not meet your demand. And your demands were reasonable. The hardship occasion by the removal of subsidy on gasoline, the government should address it. And the government had been playing gimmick, ruse, trick, unwilling to address it. Because how can you explain a situation where more than 1 month after promising that you are going to roll out vehicles that run on CNG, we are not seeing anyone yet on the streets? How can you explain a situation where after promising that you are going to give 1 billion each to 75 companies, which will amount to 75 billion, as we speak, more than 1 month, we have not seen any effort in that regard? You are promised to roll out, give 1 million each to some good number of small and medium scale business owners. Up to now, it's not in place. The one that has to do with 50,000 to nano business owners, a good number of them. Up to now, we have not seen anything. The palliative you roll out that you said is going to that amounted to 185 billion, 5 billion per state, 36 states plus Abuja, 185 billion. Up to today, it didn't get to the people. The privileged people in government who have access to managing those funds must have mismanaged it. The 8,000 you initially promised to give to the vulnerable, and you promised to review it. Up to now, we are not seeing anything in that regard. So, Labour ordinarily have a good fight, but unfortunately, I don't have confidence in Labour. Because they have made me to lose confidence in them. I don't have confidence in them. It's just that I think Nigerians should take their destiny in their hands.
Right, thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate you for coming on board. Let me quickly tell the viewers that you can join us on our sister channel, Today+, for juicy content, for good programs. You can subscribe on that channel, Flip TV Plus. You can also watch Bystanders on Flip TV Plus, just as you're watching it on Flip TV. Raphael, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Good to have you once more.
And we were not here Saturday.
You know what went down Saturday. Were you affected?
I hope you explained to them.
Honestly.
Because they must have waited to
seriously
see us.
It was posted. It was posted.
Okay, you posted it.
Yeah, I posted it. Yeah.
On Saturday it was like 9 hour rain. Started as early as 4. 9 hours. It stopped at 4 a.m. Thank you. And stopped at 1:30. 4 a.m.
In my area, it started to around 3 o'clock or so.
Okay, 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Yeah.
It was too much. So that's why we shouldn't come on Saturday, viewers. So I'm trying to hail all of you for your effort to be watching us every day. Especially most of my guys, my main man, Akim Olasupo, John Onochie, Mama America, Mami Nkechi, all of you guys, Obirel, Acho, Hajia Halima, Mommy Vera, all of you guys, I'm hailing you people, Badimos, and the Mike's auntie in London. You know, I don't know her name. Yeah? Chima, stop and chop. Then, Abu Africa, Abunchi, I'm greeting you. So you guys keep on watching.
Friend. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a nice one. Abu Raphael is saying good morning to you. All right, Raphael, quickly to what we have on ground. We have federal government versus Labour Congress. That's Nigeria Labour Congress.
Oh, no, Mike. Please, save me this. Save me this.
Okay, sir.
Nigeria Labour Congress has been disabled, deactivated over the years. Paralyzed. They are suffering from epilepsy. They have been epileptic, Mike. We don't have Labour Congress in Nigeria that could effectively face federal government of Nigeria. You know, the government of the day, the head of the government of the day, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, can buy anything with money. Don't mind Nigeria Labour Congress. They are playing. They must have discussed at the back curtain with Tinubu.
Which means they are playing pranks on
My
us.
brother, they are playing pranks on us. I don't want it to waste the energy, talking about NLC. How many years ago of NLC? The time they stopped from being effective was during the time of Obasanjo 2003, when he hacked price.
When Adam for Shomole.
Yes, Adam Oshomole was the leader. And they brought the price down because of the tools, the right tools, which is strike and protest, used by the Labour NLC, the Labour comrades. So don't talk about Labour currently. No, I don't want to hear anything about Nigerian Labour Congress. After Wapa, the Hausa man, now Joromi, what is the name? Ajero. Ajay is really an Ajay. He's witch-hunting Nigeria. The entire Nigerians are being witch-hunted by the Labour chairman.
Nigeria by telling the president
by aligning with federal government to what suppress Nigerians. If the Labour could be so effective, petrol price hiked for how many months now? Nobody came to the street. Nobody take to the streets. The Labour leadership are what? Asleep.
But Raphael, this is a man that has been questioning the federal government on the distribution.
It is not by
of
question. Thank you so much, Mike. Mike said, Ralph, this is a man that has been questioning federal government. While Ralph is saying, this is a man that should have fought federal government tooth and nail. You take to the streets. There must be support. No, the head.
As the Labour leader,
he is the head.
What kind of support does he need?
What kind of support do you need?
Let me give you the kind of support you need.
Okay. Can you come please, huh?
There are some political people that has been planted in the midst of the Nigerian Labour Congress.
I don't understand.
I'll give you an instance. One of the secretary went on viral telling them that nobody should mind Ajero, that nobody should mind them. I believe what was happening was that the government has planted to destabilize Nigerian Labour Congress.
Is that are they helping him? You said you need somebody must help him support. They are not supporting. So let me tell you, federal government has overwhelmingly been winning the war against NLC, against the tools, strike, protests, employed by Nigerian Labour Congress to tell federal government that enough is enough. Are you listening to me? So what we are seeing in the recent time is a Nigerian Labour Congress that has been sellotaped on their mouth. Don't talk. If you talk, I give you money. Say your price. They have said their price.
If the government is keeping the Labour quiet, I don't think the Labour will still continue to intensify efforts to make sure that the subsidy policy, the distribution of palliatives, made by government. I don't think the Labour Congress will keep,
the Labour
mountain pressure on the government to fulfill the promises made. I don't think so.
So let me tell you, the palliative you are talking about, if you ask me, is a fictitious palliative. It's fictitious because we've not been able to handle anything.
And that's why the Labour Congress is fighting.
They are not
to make sure that this Well,
Mike, listen. NLC has not been doing anything. Which fight? If NLC has been so effectual, the tools they are using has been so effectual over the years or months or weeks, we would have seen it on the street of Oba. We have seen it on the street of what? Abeokuta. Everywhere, Enugu. Everywhere. Oshogbo. There's nothing like that. They have not been so effectual. I mean, they are crippled by the power to be presently. With what? Chop biscuit, lick tom-tom. Chop biscuit, which is Egunje. Egunje that has spoiled Lagos. Egunje has now spoiled NLC. Egunje has now stretched from government workers, parastatal, to what? Labor union. Egunje. From Waba to Ajero. Egunje. Akazu, man no man. Okay? Don't mention Nigerian Labour Congress again, because what? It is dead. And it's dead for life. Labour of 2003, 20 years ago.
So Labour is not fighting
for
your interest and my
being
interest.
effective in 2023. Comrade Adam Ochomole was Labour chairman. He fought anybody. See, if you met this poll,
and what makes you believe that Adam Oshomole was fighting for your interest?
Anyway,
during his own time,
was fair that time. Let me tell you, I score him, Mike, pass mark. She stopped from 4th, 5th, 45, 46, 50.
Because 55. It's still the same Nigerians that said Adam Oshomole will make noise, will shout. At the end of the day,
he will go and settle. But it was making some impacts, minimal impacts, at some credible percentage where you can just say, Adam, I score you 55 that time. The government of the day then was afraid of Adam. If you wanna know what I'm saying, call Chief Matthew Olusegun Obasanjo. Call him. I ask him about Adam Ochomole. He will tell you the guy he tried during his tenure. I'm telling you. From that, Adam Ochomole contested for governorship. Listen to me, under LP Edo State, and he won. They went to court because the power to be then the party under Anene. They rig it. Adam won in the court. That was during Yar'Adua regime. It was affirmed. Under Labour Party become a governor in Edo State.
No, Raphael, let's move away from that. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
You respect traditional rulers in your state?
Oh, so much respect for Ndins and Ozo. So much respect for Igbe of Aguleri, Eze Chukwuemeka. So much respect for Obi of Onitsha, of Alua Okabo. Much respect for Eze Nwanando, Ifeanacho, Eze Ifeachoegbu of Nando. We are all from Eri Kingdom. We respect our kings when they are saying the truth. When Eze Nwanando comes out and say the truth, we are following him till date.
Can the government tell your traditional ruler to stand up?
If my traditional ruler messed up, listen and listen good. My name is Raf Tresvant Arutruth. Listen and listen good. Igbe Aguleri is the Igbe Aguleri of overall, because Eri is the progenitor of the Igbos. Overall, by the time Igbe Aguleri started deviating from doing the needful, from following our culture and tradition, which is based on what? Truth. Come out as Igbe and tell it exactly, no matter how much you've been bribed. If you fail to do that, let me tell you, local government chairman, I don't mean even governor, I don't even mean president, would go to the palace and say, hey, welcome, stand up. Yes, nobody, no power, nobody should question such chairman or governor from shouting to the Igbe to stand up, because the Igbe has failed from saying the truth. So, if anybody, I read this morning, let me tell you, I read it. You know that I know where you're going. Obasanjo told the whole Oba to stand up. In Oyo State. Why? Because those Obas in Oyo State, they are not what Olu Ibadan of Ibadan before stood for. Olu Ibadan, why no? in 1991, when the American excursionists came there, they went to Ibadan, you know, for this archaeological whatever remains findings. Olu Ibadan said, "I will marry you. I name you Nike." An American excursionist, tourist, and let the black American. He said, "What is he saying?" They said, "The old man say he loves you. He's gonna marry you. Your name is not Nike." The girl just done this something. The man is speaking from heart. That's a true man. He died. He's late now. So, but the current Oba we have in Oyo State, let me tell you, current Oba Ego Owo, na money. They deviated from doing the needful. That's why a person just say, "Hey, come on, stand at it, stand up." By the left, march time, they started.
So are you in support of what
left, right, left?
Are you in support
I am in support of what?
By disrespecting
yes, my Oga.
tradition?
My Oga. Obasanjo na my Oga. Obasanjo na my Oga. Obasanjo is real. Obasanjo is real. As I'm talking to you now, the most respected elderly statesman in Nigeria. Chief Matu. Olusegun Obasanjo. That's his name.
What is Obulu?
Obasanjo, that's Obasanjo is an ugly man. When he eats money, finish. After spending much money on himself, he still remains very poor.
Obasanjo, not Obulu.
Obasanjo. Okay, Obasanjo.
Obasanjo, not Obulusanjo. I don't understand.
In Igbo connotation, Obasanjo means after eating money, Olusegun, that's Olusegun. Olusegun, Obasanjo, meaning after spending much money on himself, he still remains like this.
Raphael, we need to look at the weather. We need to very.
Come on, the weather. Let me tell you what's happening.
It's about to rain again.
NEMA release. NEMA, National Emergency Management Authority, or whatever they call it. They want the people that are living along riverine areas across the country, like my states, Ogun State, Osun State, anyway, Kogi State, Bayelsa, River State. Are you listening to me? Katsina Allah, that is almost confluence town, Kogi. Say, to brace it up,
the rain has been
there's much rain.
Havoc. Serious havoc.
Do you understand?
Going on.
They are coming. So that to avoid houses submerging, killing people, they should what? Vacate all those their occupied areas.
Communities.
Thank you, communities. Do you know why? I know that government has been saying that, but have they been putting makeshift? Makeshift might be tarpaulin. Makeshift might be batter with plywood. Makeshift might be in form of mud houses.
Like IDP.
So that if it happens, internal displaced people, all those places they will live, slums. You make out things like that, then you map out money for their feeding. Have they been putting this in its place? You should map out money to feed them. See, it is a natural occurrence. It happens anywhere. China, India, Libya. Okay, the other day, the Mediterranean Sea was annoyed. Typhoon was stirred up. Are you listening to me? Tornado from Mediterranean Sea. It hit Libya. I listen to me.
Over 6,000
people died.
In Libya.
See how Mediterranean just overflow its bank? What? Stealing many cars, automobiles from the city of Tripoli and Benghazi, and do what? Ooh, inside Mediterranean Sea, they swallow up. That country, they lost lives. Nigeria is warning us without giving us what? Any alternative. Are you wanting people to vacate drainage places? Are you wanting Indian Anambra to vacate all those gully, eroded slopes? From eroded slopes, it's going to hit the canals. As it overflows, many houses along the canal, they are going to cave in. I listen to you, but you have must make out time to do what? To build makeshift buildings, slums. Do you understand? Where people will rely if this natural disaster comes.
All right, thank you so much, Raphael. Thanks so much. You're the last person we'll be talking to. All right.
A governor or a president cannot talk to our Oba. I give it to him about talk where he said, our Oba remains the respected Oba in the whole Nigeria. Our Oba is the custodian of Benin Empire. They don't manipulate. Why I'm saying that the Southwest, the Oyos, those Obas have been appointed by these politicians. They are the one appointing them. So Obasanjo can ridicule them as he likes. But Oba of Benin, those of you watching me knows what I am saying. The Oba of Benin is a respected monarch in all over Nigeria, all over the world. When you take your case to the Oba of Benin, it will give you the way it is. It will not bend. It will not turn it upside down. For instance, we heard that Oba Seki was dragging these artifacts. And the government told Oba Seki that Oba Seki, the artifacts belong to the Oba of Benin. Oba Seki is trying to do one thing or the other. We, the people of Benin, have said the Oba Seki, you have nowhere to go. And I want to say this, the government of the day is not helping anybody. It's not helping. I'm going to give an example and I'm going to round up. Take example of this road, Ogba Road. You can see how worse that road is. That road is as worse. The only thing that can solve that problem, they know. They built curbs on the drainage. This asphalt has widened. If they don't do anything, that road will get worsening and worsening. And I was even told that the people that own Lagos are the people that own that shop, that there's nothing they can do. Are you telling the people of the ocean, the people of Ogba, that there are some animals that is higher than some other animals? This is a slap. I got my information from those people there. During the political campaign and every other thing, when they normally tell them to go and collect their card, they will tell them that everybody will close, they should close their shop. If you don't come, you have to show your destiny. When they are going for political rally, they say close your shop and come and join them. So those are part of what I see. I want to say this, that this will not help this show. Let them do the needful. And the needful will make this show better. Thank you, sir. All love.